are live and in color.
Oh,
OMG.
go.
So, welcome, welcome, welcome. The thing is on. We are live. We're in color. We have audio. Um, we're still getting prepared. You know how we are. Well, at least me. So I'll speak for me. You know how I am, guys. I'm always running a little bit late, and it's okay. But we have a special guest here, one of my good Judies, Leah Bobia. So be sure before you even start yapping, before you even start running your mouth, just please go over to her YouTube channel and go give her a sub because she's always spilling the tea and she's a mother, she's a good friend. Are you a sister too? You have siblings, don't you?
Oh, hi. I do, but mm,
Well,
we're not very close.
she's still a
We're not
sister,
very
but
close.
she's a great mother. She's a great friend, and she's really funny too. So we love that.
DJ,
Um, so let's open up the chat. So
DJ is here.
DJ's here. DJ's here. Audio's good. Enable all messages. Don't say the R or F words. Thank you. We got to keep it covered.
Oh, goodness.
We can only say those words in the Discord channel. We got to keep things
hmm
kosher.
hmm Is that what I missed last night?
Girl, this I
DJ?
don't know what you missed. There's always shit going down in our Discord channel. I don't know what you missed. There's always something going
Oh,
on.
I
Um,
thought I missed something on the live.
on the live, did I say the F word on live last night? I don't think I did.
Oh, I don't know. I was not there.
I don't think I did. And I didn't
I
say the
was
R
so
word
mad.
either. I was good. I'm still monetized. I looked at my analytics. We're still monetized. So
We love that.
we love, we love, we love that. We actually
We
love
love
that.
monetized.
Um, So hey DJ, thank you for linking the Discord. Um,
You the best, DJ. Hi, Haywood.
I think did I? Okay, okay. I will pin that message.
DJ, you
Thank
the
you,
best.
DJ. We're gonna enable all messages. We love that.
Yeah,
Hey, Mr. Fister, aka Kenji. Hi,
we love
Haywood
Kenji.
Pittman. We love Kenji. By the way,
We
Kenji, we're
should
gonna
have.
ask the mods again if you can come back to the Discord. I'm gonna ask the moderators. I'm gonna give votes for you to get back into the Discord, like monthly votes, okay, until you get back in. Because I love
Okay.
problematic people. I think I'm just being toxic myself, but like I want you back.
So what did Haywood do? Is this what I missed?
What? No, what did Kenji do? Remember Kenji? Kenji was like, we won't litigate that on live, but
Okay. Okay.
but we
hmm
love Kenji. I mean, we still love Kenji.
Yeah.
I don't
I
care.
thought you were saying something about Haywood.
No, 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 no.
Mm.
Haywood,
Kenji always has my vote.
period. That part.
hmm
Um, thank you, DJ. Hi, David Portillo Davila. Who's with you today? Oh, the honor. We are honored by her presence today. My sister, my friend, Leah Bobia.
In my
She's a
robe
moderator
glory.
here. You know her very well. Um, hey, Raina Ray.
One
Kimono
not
chat.
here.
This is a kimono chat. This is a kimono chat. Yes, kimono chat.
hmm
I'm gonna let it ride. I have a tornado in my pocket. So, okay, so why did I have Leah Bobia on tonight's live as a featured guest? Well, I'll tell you why. Because, she dabbles a bit in a conspiracy theory or two or three or four, and most of the time she's correct. And so she wanted to dive a little bit more into some of the conspiracy theories that Candace Owens has been peddling, as it relates to Charlie Kirk. I've watched, a lot of her videos. I am a fan of Candace Owens, so shoot me now. I am a fan of Candace Owens. Wait, don't shoot me. People are getting shot for their opinions. Don't do that, actually. I was being facetious. Um,
When it's
but
too real.
Yeah, but Leah wanted to come and kind of discuss with me some of the details of her conspiracy theories. We touched on it ever so slightly a couple nights ago, but we didn't really get into the meat and potatoes of it. Um,
Friday.
yeah, Friday we kind of touched upon it in a very subtle way. I don't even think I really called Candace Owens' name out in that live. I don't know if I did or not, but I think we can give it a little bit more. Um, let's give it a little bit more discussion tonight. So, Leah, before we get started, do you want to just introduce yourself? Who are you? What are you about? What do you do on YouTube? Give us the tea about who
Okay.
you are to people in the chat who may not know who you are.
Well, I'm Leah. I'm a mom. I'm in recovery for almost 8 years. I'm a lot of things. I help my local homeless community. I like to volunteer and I craft. I just try and stay sane. So I do lots of crafting things. And here on YouTube, I do everything from crafting and talking about parenthood to putting my tinfoil hat on and talking about police corruption and conspiracy theories and politics and a little bit of everything.
Weather? Did you mention weather?
Oh yes, and weather. Yeah, I'm a storm spotter. So when the weather gets bad, I might do a live and look at it.
I love that. I love that about you so much. And
Craft
and
reviews.
and the last live I visited you on, you were talking about the weather and some of the conspiracy theories with the weather because
Cloud seeding.
the cloud seeding stuff and this stuff goes over my
Hmm.
head. I'm not into the weather. I'm not, I don't know all that stuff, but you do. Um yeah, it's interesting. It's really, I was like super engaged. I was all in. Um but anyway, that's label Bia. So I just kind of want to give my initial impression of Candace Owens investigative research so far, and then I want to get your feedback on what my takeaways are. I've
Let's
watched,
do it.
I think three. I've watched three of the last five episodes, right?
Mm.
And I feel as though what Candace Owens has been doing with this investigation is just asking questions and clarification for really simple facts. Really simple facts. Yes, Candace Owens can be a little batshit crazy sometimes. Yeah, sure she can. I give you that. I'll give you that. I'm not going to argue there. She can be batshit crazy. But if you actually watch her episodes and you watch the evidence and circumstantial evidence around what she's saying, it makes you think. It makes you put your thinking cap on a little bit. And
It does.
the episode that really opened my eyes about this Charlie Kirk situation was the timeline episode. And before I was thinking, Leah, like, oh my God, she's just crazy. Oh my God, she just hates the Jews and she just hates Israel, whatever, whatever, whatever. Um, but everything about this does not make sense. Like none of it makes
It
sense
doesn't.
at all. And that's kind of
No.
where I am, is obviously I don't know who shot Charlie Kirk. It has not been confirmed who has shot him. When you really look at all the evidence, how it stacks up, we still actually don't know through facts, right? A lot of shit just does not make sense. So
Right.
am I justified in feeling this way, Leah? What are your thoughts
Oh
on her
yeah.
investigative research so far?
Well, I have to say, first of all, I'm super impressed because I am not somebody who was honestly the hugest Candace Owens fan.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not crazy about her personality. I don't think she's some terrible person. She's just one of those people that kind of like irk me
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
And so
Hmm.
I hadn't really watched her much.
Yeah.
And then when I started seeing these past few episodes, this investigation, it's crazy. It's like, how is she getting information the FBI is not getting? It's blowing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And people are hating on her all over the internet for
Mm-hmm.
asking super, super common sense questions. Like, can we have these pictures? Could you explain this gap in the timeline? Why
Mm-hmm.
did somebody do this? Why did they take the camera? Why can't we see this? Like, if you have him in this outfit and then you said he changed into this outfit, where's the proof? Where's the footage of him driving the car around for 2 hours? Where did he stay the night? Like, 20 great questions that we still have no answers to. So, you know, Lots of questions, not a lot of answers. I'm pretty impressed with her investigation. Her timeline was
Right. Yeah,
wonderful.
and you bring, I
Um,
mean, these are not questions that are, you know, toxic or pernicious or dramatic. These are simple questions that any investigator on the FBI or the police team should be asking and verifying.
mhm.
And the fact that she's getting a lot of rebuff from people for asking these simple questions that we have no answers to, I think
Yeah,
makes me think that there's something nefarious about this that is trying to be covered up. Let's not act
right.
brand new like the FBI has not covered up shit before. I mean,
That part.
I
That
mean,
part.
why are we acting brand new like they wouldn't stoop to this level to cover this up? I mean,
Right.
really, honestly, the same government that has assassinated people all over the fucking world, the same government that has just now officially protected pedophiles and buried evidence that would free and give justice to loads of underage minor victims. We're talking about this government.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
people just have convenient amnesia because people
Yeah.
forget about all
Selective
the.
memory.
So yeah, maybe you're right. Selective memory. They only remember the things they want to remember. But it's like
Mhm.
just 5 minutes ago, you were talking about how the the U.S. government was covering up a massive pedophilic ring, and now you think it's out of the ordinary that they might assassinate a political activist and cover it
Right.
up. I mean,
Like that's too far.
that's too far. I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know what to
I'm
think.
trying not to. I completely agree, and I think the fact that she goes a little hard on Israel
Yeah.
generally and
Hmm.
the Jews is not helping her situation. I think, unfortunately, I see a lot of her points, which I hate to admit because then it's,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm, anti Semitic and all this. Like, why does Israel, why do large Jewish donors control so much of our political system and just
Hmm.
the ether? The big broadcast companies here in America, et cetera. Like, why do they? That's questionable, not
Yeah.
people who are Jewish living in America, like Israelites who live in Israel who don't have a dual passport. Like,
Right.
how is that even a thing? I see
Right.
why. I know I'm just so everybody's gonna hate me for it, but I don't care. Like, those are questions I would love answered too. Like, I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's a terrible thing. I'm not saying they're terrible people or they're evil, but I would like that question answered. Why is that? Why does it seem we're more concerned with what's happening there than what's happening here? Epstein files, etc. Like, what's really going on? So I have these questions, right? And I think everybody's staunch defense of Israel is kind of clouding their judgment. I feel like if
Hmm.
this investigation were to be coming from another source, right, maybe that would not make people's minds so hazy about it. Like if Tucker Carlson had done this whole investigation, we
Right.
probably wouldn't be getting as much pushback. So I think who she is has a lot to do with it as well.
It does. And it's unfortunate because a lot of the pushback she's getting from particular people is rooted in lies. There seems to be this lie that has been promoted that her and Charlie Kirk had not spoken in 5 years, or like they had like their relationship and friendship had like been
Dissolved
decimated
somehow.
and devolved
Yeah.
when this is just verifiably untrue. And this is the
Yeah.
thing about both the left and the right. When there is propaganda to be pushed, when there is a narrative to be pushed to manipulate people, they just lie. They tell bold-faced lies
Yeah.
and they tell it to you over and over and over again until you believe it.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous. They were just hanging out
Yep.
on a whole fucking tour for like I think 3 months. They did a tour for Turning
Last
Point
year.
USA last year,
Yeah.
2024. So the lie
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that
They haven't been friends for years.
they haven't been friends for 5 years. Is the lie that's being pushed right now. But they literally
And
went on
why are
tour
some
together.
people near him? Right. And so why
Yeah.
are some people near him helping push this lie? Because there was a guy that went on one of those big podcasts. Oh, I can't
Valuetainment.
remember his name. Yes, you
I
know what I'm
know.
talking about.
I know.
And he's like,
I
"Oh
have seen the
no,
lies. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, you're there." And he's like, "Oh no, she hasn't been at Turning Point or anywhere with Turning Point for at least 5 years. Bitch, you're lying. You're lying. We saw
Roll the
it with
tape.
our own two eyes. Like, what?
Roll the tape.
Don't
Yeah.
believe my own lying eyes. Like, what do you
Hmm.
mean? Why? Why? You know, and it makes me wonder. Like you said, when there are lies afoot, what's really going on? What is the meaning behind this? What is the deeper meaning
Yeah.
we can glean that's not it can't be good, right? Because you don't lie about anything that's good.
No, no, not at all. And there's always a narrative and an incentive behind the lies. And the worst part is I don't know what that incentive is. But when you are not transparent, when you are not forthcoming with the truth and your intentions, it allows people to then develop their own answers
Yes.
and their own conspiracy theories.
Using our
And
imagination.
use your imagination. And I think there is
Hmm.
some legitimacy to people calling Candace Owens anti-Semitic. I think, sorry, I like the girl a lot,
Yeah.
but there is some legitimacy to those allegations against her, in my opinion, my honest opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I agree.
that never takes away the reporting that she does and the facts that she
Right.
brings to the table. Now, her motivations for bringing these facts to the table might be a little bit nefarious, to paint Jews in a bad light, but the facts are the facts. And
Right.
until we have more transparency, I feel like calling her an anti-Semitic, anti-Semite, and then just ignoring or invalidating her entire
Dismissing.
opinion, it's
Hmm.
not. I'm not vibing with that shit. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah.
Even an anti-Semite can say that 1 + 1 = 2.
Right.
Um,
Right. And that's the whole. I'm sorry. I just saw this message from
yeah,
Joshin,
yeah, yeah.
being fired on the Daily Wire, and that's another. People are running wild with like, well, she got fired from there, and now she got turned away from Turning Point. Like, people are making all these assumptions, and then there's these people that are near or were near Turning Point. We're not even really sure these people were that close to Charlie either. Let's be honest, but they're
Hmm.
making it seem like these people were close to him. She was never around, and it's this like constant rewriting of history that the
Yeah,
left is really good at. And
very
they want to
good.
rewrite the history to fit their narrative, but don't believe your own lying eyes. Like, we're really starting to see through it at this point. And like,
Hmm.
excuse you. Yeah. Yeah, the left was celebrating. And that's terrible. Those
Yeah,
people are demonic. The people that were celebrating, demonic.
literally, quite literally. Um, and it's a shame. You know, another thing that really stuck out to me with the her conspiracy theories is, and I didn't notice this until I looked it up myself. None of the text messages that the FBI released have timestamps.
Yeah. Yeah. How is that?
What?
How is that? Because I feel like you have to go out of your way to edit them out because they're automatically there if they're not there. Almost as if somebody just went into a document, like a Word file, and said, blah, 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 blah. Yes, my
Does no
love,
one else
I'm going
think
to
this
move
is
my
crazy?
vehicle. Yeah,
Like, does
it's
no
all
one else
crazy.
think that's crazy that the FBI gave us some receipts that are not actual receipts with timestamps?
Right.
It's fucking crazy. And that's what I mean. It's like, you can't invalidate simple questions like that. Well, why are there no timestamps? Everybody at home can take out their motherfucking cell phone right now and see timestamps on their text messages between their
Yeah.
lover, right? Why
Yeah.
is it the FBI took a screenshot of these text messages and then went through the extra effort to remove the timestamps? That's
Right.
strange.
Were they hiding something? Does it not fit in the
I don't-
timeline? Or was it all done within 2 minutes so that it would look like it looked?
But see, we don't know. We don't know. So we have to come up with our imagination. You know, that's where the conspiracy theories come out because they are
Yeah.
intentionally doing things that are innately not transparent. And so when
Right.
you don't fill in the blanks, then you leave the
We
audience
fill in the
to
blanks.
fill the blanks in.
Yeah.
It's
Which
crazy.
can be,
That's crazy.
yeah, I agree. Completely agree.
And people get it wrong. People get it wrong. I'm sure there's lots of conspiracies that are getting it wrong. But again, you could squash all these conspiracies by just telling the fucking truth and being transparent, releasing the
Exactly.
evidence. I don't know. The more transparency you have, the less conspiracy there is.
That's exactly it. Like, I just don't understand why they don't come out. And it's like, I know a lot of people are also saying, like, this is just Candace Owens. What, you think the FBI is going to reply to her? Well, some of her podcasts have gotten like 6, 7 million views. There's people talking about it all over the internet. Like,
8 million.
you would
8
think,
million.
okay, see, I'm like, you would think maybe. I mean, look at Jimmy Kimmel. His episode where he was talking about all that didn't even have the 2 or 3 million views, and they done yanked his shit. But we're not supposed to care about, 8, 10, however many between the whole 5 episodes, millions of views. Like people are not going to be paying attention. Okay,
So
it's
let me
always
respond to
convenient.
this comment because this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. Zoivat says, because they're not all sharing all evidence until the trial. This is crazy how. I'm going to tell you why it's crazy. Because they are sharing evidence that they have actually already tampered with. When you share text messages, but you go through the extra effort to remove timestamps, how are you shilling for the FBI by saying that's not weird? That is weird. I would have preferred for them to not release the text messages at all
Right,
than to release text
right.
messages that they remove the timestamps of. Are you fucking crazy? I mean, this drives me crazy. When people respond like that, it's like, what?
People just want, they believe what they're going to believe. They have their own narratives in their head. And some of them, they've been so propagandized that we're just not going to be able to get through to them.
It's wild. It's so wild. I mean, that is the most brain dead comment I've ever seen in my entire life. I just gave you an example of
Yeah,
them literally tampering, or you know what? I'm not
literally.
going to say tamper. I'm going to say they released incomplete
Allegedly.
receipts. They released incomplete receipts, right? They typed this shit up. They typed this shit up and
Hmm.
sent it to you guys, and you guys are eating this shit up, and I don't know why. Hey, Joey Torres.
Literally. Literally. I just don't understand how people can really, like, how much shit sandwich do you have to eat before you say, wait a minute, this tastes funny?
So Zoivod says, I can look through my phone and not every text has a timestamp. Girl, stop. Stop.
I bet if you click it, it does. I bet if you click it, it does.
Stop.
Like, what do you even mean?
We're talking about an investigation of probably the most prolific assassination since
Public
JFK and
execution.
MLK. Like you mean to tell me that you think it's perfectly kosher, no pun intended, it's perfectly kosher to release receipts that are incomplete that have no, you mean to tell me there's no timestamps anywhere on the text messages? Girl, bye. This is crazy. That's crazy.
And it's exactly that. It's that refusal to believe the truth. Like,
Yeah. The sky's blue every
where
day.
can we
Sorry.
go? Right. And no matter what you believe, it's still blue. And you can scream that it's green all that you want, but not only are you not doing yourself any good, but you're not making anybody else have any faith in you. Because obviously, you can't be believed and you can't be trusted. Like, what?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Um I don't
Right. And
trust
you
any of
can.
them. Yeah. Well.
Do I need big white headphones? I've got weird hair tonight. Well, and you can turn timestamps on and off. That's true, Unc. However, I think the point is, like, you also could only have a timestamp every 3 messages, etc. But
Mhm.
you would think if this is the FBI releasing evidence that they would have them there on purpose. You know what I mean? That's kind of what the point is. Like, what do
Shout
you
out to
mean?
David Pertila Davila for the super chat. Thank you for keeping this stream going and this community strong. We believe in freedom of speech here, and your support, your benevolence towards this community is helping to keep us strong. So thank you for that. Oh, and I'll read your comment too, by the way. David Portillo Davila says, timestamps are in everything. What the fuck do they mean? Listen, girl, I don't know. Now, Zoiva is correct. It is okay to withhold certain information until trial. However,
But the
again,
timestamp,
in this example, what are you withholding timestamps for?
right? You usually withhold evidence so that it doesn't hurt the case. If anything, you would think it would help the case for us to understand that and not have people trying to dig up evidence like Candace Owens all over the internet because she doesn't get it. Like, wouldn't you want to deter her unless you can't because you put it in a Word document and just, you know?
Do you want to get into Kimmel really quick? I just, because we talked about this last night, and I got some pushback from my conservative friends.
Okay.
I got some pushback. At least the conservatives who don't believe in freedom of speech. I
Hmm.
watched the Kimmel clip. I don't know who Kimmel is. Full disclosure, never really heard of the guy. I know he's some late night show host, comedian, reporter. I don't know. I can't tell you shit about the man. But I watched the video of what he said about Charlie Kirk, and didn't think I didn't think it was that deep. I don't know. I thought his, you know, because it was true. As soon as Charlie Kirk was assassinated, both sides tried to immediately pin it on the other side. Immediately,
Yeah.
that's true. I'm on fucking Twitter. I saw the tweets. They tried to immediately pin on each other. I thought the joke was more against Trump when he showed the video about Trump talking about his ballroom being built. That was kind of funny.
Trump is such a troll. He is such a troll.
He's a troll. He is who he is. It is good. He is who he is. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't think that his comments were that vitriolic. Maybe I didn't see a complete clip of what he said, but I don't know. David has another
I'm
super
trying to
chat for us.
remember.
When we have to investigate, it makes things weird. That's true. I think that's the point. The fact that we have Candace fucking Owens being the heavy hitter in terms of this investigation is fucking wild. It's wild.
Somebody wants attention. Oh,
Who
oh,
wants
bye. Oh,
attention?
yep. DJ got him.
Oh, sorry about that, Suzette. Can't be a troll. Don't be a troll. At least be a smart troll. I didn't even get to see her message. What a shame. DJ's
You'll
quick,
never mean
honey.
anything.
You'll never meet anything. Yeah, DJ's quick, honey. I'm telling you.
And your mama's a hoe.
And your mama's a hoe. That part. Um. So yeah, I mean, I know there's issues about the advertisers not liking his comments and all this shit is going on.
Right.
Oh my God, here's Cypher. Please check Discord. I need an answer quick. This is probably hinging upon him editing my next video about Charlie Kirk. So I'm gonna look at my Discord real quick.
Do it.
Leah, take it
Do
over.
it.
Read some comments. Talk some shit real quick. I'm gonna read my Discord real quick.
I got you. There's no joke. Trump's posting for it. Other investigators have been lying about everything. His entire shitty career. Yeah, that's not a lie. She needs to be careful. She's crashing out and dropping all the tea. Yes, that part. See, that's everybody keeps saying like, oh, she just wants attention. She just wants views and clicks. And I'm like, wants attention. If she's right, if she's literally putting a target on her own head. Like, what do you mean she just wants attention? I don't think anybody wants that kind of attention. Like it's one of her best friends and they just passed away and fucking the goats more than once. That's spam. Oh yeah, that's fair. Oh my, well, thank you.
She said,
I
"Fucking the
wore it
goats."
so I
Who's
could be
fucking the goats?
matching.
I'm fucking the goats.
Hmm. Funded
Anyway,
by Qatar. That is such funded by Qatar. Really, that's where
who?
we're going.
Candace
That's where we're
Owens.
going.
Okay,
Yeah, we
girl.
have a
Okay.
troll in the chat. Like literally, if you can't come up with anything, you could at least say she's, an anti-Semite. Sure, I could give you that.
Yeah, I'll give
Funded
you
by
that.
Qatar. Go on. People are so dumb.
There is more evidence towards 95% of our Congress being funded by Israel through the vehicle of
That
APAC
part.
than any evidence
That
that
part.
Candace Owens is funded by Qatar. So what is really going on?
That's what I was saying earlier. Like all these questions, like if it makes me an anti-Semite, sure, but I would love to know that. Like, what the hell's up with APAC? Why? Why are you controlling so much of our government? Like, it's weird. It's weird. I'm looking up his exact quote because I also couldn't remember it.
Yeah, and then this whole, the whole narrative that's starting to be built about Charlie Kirk apparently being having bones of steel, and that's why there's no they didn't find a bullet. It's just, guys, I'm sorry, but like, I feel like I'm going crazy because Candace Owens is asking questions that are not actually that controversial. If you actually
Right.
watch her shit, please watch one of her episodes.
Go watch
Candace
it.
Owens can make some crazy insinuations, sure, but the questions that she's asking are very legitimate. And I feel like, as a normal human being, her asking the question, why are they unable to find the bullet? That's a legitimate
Right.
question. I don't think that's fucking crazy.
How you lose a book? I can't. I really can't. And
How is it
Magic
that
has
the
made a comment.
FBI, this is the
Right.
FBI that can't find the bullet?
They're supposed to be the professionals. I saw a comment several times from Magic Johnson, and I wanted to. I meant to
Yeah,
say this a minute ago, and so it reminded me. Freedom of speech, that whole topic. I did part of it, my live on it the other day.
yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of
Uh-huh.
people do not understand the freedom of speech. I completely agree with that, Magic Johnson. They think that the freedom of speech means free from consequences. No, that's not the
No.
case. It means the government cannot prosecute you, come after you
Hmm.
legally for words. It does not mean that at a right to um, a work at will, we'll say that in a work at will state, if you make advertisers or your employer mad, they can fire you for any reason. That's not interfering with your freedom of speech. It's different.
Yeah, and I think that people do conflate them, and I wish, I hope don't need to, like, always specify that when I talk about freedom of speech, I'm also including censorship, and I'm including culture when I talk about it. Um, because there's no doubt that our government has always tried to limit our free speech. They've always, think about
Always.
COVID. The Biden administration, you guys have such short-term memory. The Biden administration, guys, literally lobbied Facebook, private companies, to limit speech of private citizens of this country.
Oh, they didn't lobby. They like pressured,
Well,
pressured.
you're right. You're right. They didn't pay those bitches
They
nothing.
didn't do it legally. You're right.
Yeah, they said,
Right.
"Motherfucker, you gonna do this, or there will be
Hmm.
consequences." Fuck around,
Right.
find out.
Which is
So what
crazy.
did
You talk
Facebook
about
do?
freedom of speech.
They fell in line.
They bowed down.
So it's like,
Oh, I agree.
the government is always limiting and attacking our freedom of speech through nefarious, subtle ways, and that's just one big example that we know of recent. You hear about
Right.
right now where that lying cunt Pam Bondi. You guys know I hate that bitch. Talking about this whole hate speech. There's not going to be any hate speech, or we're going to go after people as it relates to Charlie Kirk. What do you mean hate speech? I can't. I can't. I'm
I
gonna
can't
lose my
even.
shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. It's just unfortunate that this is where we're from. Charlie Kirk is someone that was always a champion of free speech, legitimate intellectual debate. And all we have right now is people trying to cancel each other, trying to censor each other, and we have our
Right.
entire fucking Republican controlled government trying to limit free speech. It's fucking psycho.
Seriously disappointed.
Yeah. Hate speech does not exist. It doesn't.
Crossfire. No, they it. I saw this one um, TikTok that's going viral. It said it was a lady that said he didn't use hate speech. He used speech they hated, and they killed him for it.
You
That
know what?
part.
That's tea. That's tea.
That's bars right
That's
there.
tea. I'm gonna have to say that. I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a true story. It's
Is it
not
hate
mine. I can't
speech
take
or just
credit.
speech that you hate?
Right. Right. Let's be so
Question.
for real right now.
I'm telling you. I'm
Mm-mm.
telling you. By the way, guys, if you want me to read your comment, a dollar makes me holler, like the great Honey Boo Boo once said, like 10 years ago. A dollar make me holler. We got 400 bitches in here. Only 22 likes. So a bunch of y'all are fakes and frauds. But if you
What
really
is
want me to
really
read your
happening?
comment, then you can give
Back
me a super
challenge.
chat, give me a dollar, and I'll holla. I will. Promise you. But we'll try to read some more comments
God.
because I think at this point we've kind of shared our opinions, and I think I want to kind of engage with the audience. If you see a question you want to respond to, Leah, please go above and beyond and do so.
Well, I just saw this Dexter Fishpaw, I think, is probably trolling. But the truth is, I don't know if you saw my short about it, but on the same day that he died, September the 10th, there was
Yeah.
in Congress, they put a bill up to try and force the release of the Epstein files.
Oh
All
yeah.
Republicans, but two voted to table it so that they wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah.
Republicans, I'm so disappointed in you. I'm angry. I'm disappointed. I'm really upset. So, I mean, saying that maybe it was done to distract from the Epstein list thing might have some truth to it, unfortunately.
I mean, I think that perhaps, yeah, I would not be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all. These Republicans, per the facts, they love pedophiles. They love them. They've been protecting them since
Apparently
they got into
so.
office, right? We know the Democrats love the pedophiles because they never even campaigned on releasing them.
Until
they were
now.
they were never going to release them regardless. They're only saying that they want to release them because they know Republicans are never going to release them. So like we know that our entire Congress is compromised. We know that for a fact. And I think the Epstein files was really a big black pill moment for a lot of people because they realized that, well, I've been doing this for a long fucking time as an independent. Um, but we've been we really found out through Epstein that these Democrats and these Republicans in Congress, they really don't give a shit. They're all compromised by this honeypot pedophilic ring, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it's really sick. I'm really starting to think that there's, this shadow government or whatever. Maybe it's involved in whatever the pedophilia is, because how is it so rampant among the politicians, apparently? Like, it all pedophiles get the wood chipper. I
I
have
mean, yeah.
absolutely no love lost.
But see,
Goodbye.
the problem with that is that there's too many of them. I hate to say
Right.
this,
That part.
but it's true. But
That
we
part.
would quite literally see a collapse of society as you know it. I feel like there's probably so many high power individuals that have been compromised and they're currently being blackmailed because that's what these people do
Right.
extremely well. They
Yeah.
blackmail. That's what they do. They get you in a room, they record you fucking some child, and then they say you're gonna do what the fuck I want you
Now
to
they
do
own
from now
you
on,
forever.
right?
Right.
Because people like you and I want these pedophiles in the wood chippers, right? And
Hmm.
they know that we want them there. so
They know. They know what's
so of
up.
course,
Hmm.
so they'll bend over backwards, they'll tootsie roll, pop that pussy, dip it low, and do whatever you want them to do in order for that secret to stay, kept. And so I
Right.
think that's what
Right.
it boils down to, you know.
Yeah. Which is terrifying. We love you, DJ. You the best. Collapse of the church? Oh no. People are attending church in record numbers. There's lines out the
Yeah,
door.
it's kind of going up. I'm surprised by that, honestly. I'm really surprised by that. The revitalization of religious institutions. It's interesting to me. I wonder why
Hmm.
that is.
I think a lot of people are, after Charlie Kirk's death, even a lot of people who were not big fans of him are starting to
Mhm.
look over his body of work over this last decade or so,
Yeah,
and really see that first and foremost he was, well, I think he was technically a Protestant, but a Christian regardless. He called
yeah,
himself a
yeah,
Christian, and you know have a lot of respect for him for how he was with people, the way he treated people, and want to be more like him. I think all sane people would like to be a little more like him. You
yeah.
know, mm. Putting the washing in the dryer.
I mean, yeah. Again, I was never the biggest cheerleader of Charlie Kirk. Like I said the other night, I thought he was kind of milk toast of the conservative influencers. Like I don't think he said many things that were super controversial. I've watched some of his full length debates, and I don't think that he said anything revolutionary, right? Which is why I think that his assassination has been so harmful to society in general, but specifically to the left, because you chose him to kill. Like
Right.
You didn't want to choose
Right.
someone that was actually radical, like a Nick Fuentes, like an actual racist. You didn't want to like kill someone like that. Like you chose to kill
Right.
the likable guy. That is just that's strange to me. That's like definitely a faux pas, and I think it goes to
Right.
speak. It speaks to the bloodthirst of the far left. Um,
Yeah.
that's what it speaks to. I think. You know.
Did I send you that video from the couple that I've been watching a lot lately? That's like why are trans more likely to be murderers? Did I send you that yet?
No, but
Oh,
please do. Please do.
I'm gonna send it to you. Literally, because it's like all these people from the left want to be like, oh yeah, but it's like white Republicans that shoot everybody up historically. I'm like, yeah, historically, but supposedly they're 1% of our population, right? Or less than 1%. So if they're less than 1%, yet over the past couple of years they've done like 90% of the fucking violence. We're not ready for that
Leah,
conversation, are we?
are you espousing hate speech right now, or just speech that people hate?
Oh, people are gonna hate it. It's like it's like Charlie said about the black community, right? When he talked
Hmm.
about crime in the black community, and he said, "Listen, they make up X percent of the United States, right? The United States
Hmm.
population, and yet
Yeah.
commit X percent of the crime. It's disproportionate. Please explain. Maybe it's the culture. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. Let's talk about it."
Let's
Because he
talk
wanted to
about it.
talk about things. Let's talk about it. Why are trans trenders, quote unquote, why are these
Not trans
crazy
trenders.
trans trenders? It's not mine. It's fucking.
It's true. It's
It's a
true
book
though. It's
angel
true. No, it's true.
quote. And all these crazy people so violent and hateful.
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Daisy Taylor? Who's Daisy Taylor?
Oh my God, girl, that's what you missed last night. So on last night's stream, MOP told me to like look up this Daisy girl. So you
Mm-hmm.
know me, 'cause I guess she's like an OnlyFans girl. She's the only OF girly. So you know me, I'm like, let me go on
Mm.
Twitter real quick. Let me look up Daisy Taylor, and she's a trans girl, and she's a trans girl, spread bald eagle with a
Okay.
penis. I screamed. I literally screamed.
Okay.
I don't know what I was expecting, but like,
Right. It wasn't that.
it wasn't that. Um,
That Mandy. That Mandy.
Mandy, thank you
Yeah.
for the super chat. Thank you for your benevolence and your support of this community. I do not take it for granted. She has a really interesting comment that we should discuss. Mandy says, you cannot put female hormones in young men and not have an adverse effect. Men
And
need testosterone. T. T.
yeah, and Buck Angel exposed exactly why that happens when he almost died because he was one of the
Yeah.
first experimental, you know, um, trans female to male and messed his body all up.
Yeah, I've given you guys my theory. Black culture is so toxic. I've seen it. It's bad. It's true, David. It's true. Thank you for the super chat again. I want to.
That
I'll go over my trans conspiracy theory. Let me go over it. Okay. It makes a lot of sense, and when you hear it,
population control.
well, not quite, not quite. I think. Well, maybe I don't know. That's not mine. Maybe that's yours. But mine's related to money, because this
Okay.
world, everything's about money. Okay, money, money, money,
Hmm.
money. So I harken back to the period of time where we had the fight for gay rights. Us homos, we want to have children. We want to pay for babies through surrogacy. We want to adopt
Hmm.
children. We want to do this. We want to get married. We want to get divorced. We want to do all the normal things that you
It's here.
stragons do. Um. Oh, hey, Kit. So we want to do all those things too, right? And so you had all this lobbying happening for the gay community to fight for our rights to just be like the Stragons, right? And so, all this fundraising was happening, and all of a sudden when the homos got what we wanted, there was nothing
Hmm.
to fundraise for anymore. All these big organizations and charities and nonprofits and NGOs and all this shit, there were the wells, the financial wealth dried up. So
Right.
they had to invent another issue, another cause to fundraise for. And that's where I think the TQ exclamation mark Wi-Fi strong password community comes in, because that's
Right.
what we're fundraising for now. We're not fundraising for me. What the fuck do I need?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not focused on the needs of gay people. The gays are doing quite well these days. So now we're
Right.
fundraising for these trans folk, these um, non-binary folk, and the rest of the alphabet, and characters. We're fundraising for them. So I think that's
Characters.
why it has
Yeah.
been become such a cultural topic, because the money is influencing it to be. And then you
Oh,
have,
yeah.
don't get me started. I can go on and on about this, but then you have big pharma. And we know what big pharma likes, right? Big pharma is not into treating patients. They're into creating clients and customers,
Right.
lifetime customers,
Lifelong. Right.
lifelong customers. That's what big
They
pharma likes,
medicalize people. Hmm.
forever. And so when you have these transitions occurring, they're not occurring in rapid rates because they want to help people. They're happening because they want to create lifelong customers. And so there's
Yeah.
lots of things that are happening with this whole the transing of these individuals in society. And I think those were the two biggest influences, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe population control is one too. I haven't thought about that. Maybe that's one too. I don't know. But those are my two opinions that I have about why the trans fight for advocacy and all this shit for chopping people's dicks off. This is why all this advocacy is happening now, because the well dried up and we had to fundraise for something, and we might as well make up some other shit to fundraise for, because the gays got what they
Hey.
wanted. So that's my
Hey, it's not
conspiracy
a
theory.
bad,
I don't know.
not a bad theory. I hold on. What did I say? Oh, maps. Lori, can I just tell you, when that whole map shit started, I was going off online about it. I mean,
What's a
hey,
map?
Yuri, a minor attracted person. You don't know about this? Oh, they are trying to totally like get rid of pedophiles, make it minor attracted people. Oh,
Like an
you don't know about
identity?
this?
Like an identity or something?
Yes. Yes.
You're
They can't
lying.
help it that they're attracted to children, right? They cannot help it. And they have non-offending, no maps, non-offending minor attracted persons who just
And they want
they
rights
have
too?
the urge. Oh Lord, yeah. They want to decriminalize pedophilia, a lot of these people. And I'm like, listen. And I said, when a bunch of this trans shit started years ago, and
Yeah.
I don't mean like Buck Angel, Blair White type trans people. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
let me steal your bathroom and your trophy type trans people.
Right,
I
right.
said, watch, next is going to be, you know, pedophiles, basically. Why? Because we have a social contract, even with people we may not align with
Yeah.
morally and ethically, right? That social contract says, we'll accept you, but don't
Right.
rock the fucking boat. Don't mess with the kids. Don't go
Right.
too far. Don't get too crazy. We like shit
Right.
how it is. You know what I mean? Like, don't get crazy. And they got crazy. And once you break the
Yeah.
social contract, and once you're allowed to, it's easier to do it again.
Yeah.
And I saw this coming years ago, and people told me I was so hateful.
Yeah.
But it's not because I think that trans people are automatically pedophiles. It's not the case at all.
Right.
It's just the social contract is important. And when it's
Yeah.
broken, you can see it goes down a rabbit hole that's
Well,
ugly.
I've talked about this too. You guys know, allegedly, I'm a transphobe, even though I have plenty of trans friends. But the difference is, my trans girlfriends,
Pass.
they pass, and
Yeah,
I
that's the
hate to
ugly
be
truth.
I hate to be this way when it comes to pretty privilege and all this shit. But
It
like,
is what it is.
it is what it is. Trans women have been in female bathrooms for centuries,
Oh Lord,
forever,
yeah. And welcomed
forever,
in. I have drugged my trans girlfriend into the bathroom with me because it looked like
forever,
she fucking belonged there. It looked like she was supposed to be in there.
forever, right? It wasn't until, again, we had these major companies and charities trying to fundraise off the plight of trans people, when it became a social contagion, is when it started to become an issue,
Right.
because you had, like, the word you taught me today, what is it called, trans trenders,
Trans trender.
the trans, not trash, the trans trender. That's when it became an issue, because you have a whole 5 o'clock shadow walking into a bathroom with young girls. and it's
Right.
unacceptable.
Right.
It's
It
unacceptable.
is completely.
I
Well,
don't
but
know.
see, that's the thing, Lori. What we mean there, I know it's like a quote unquote passing privilege. It's not about pass or don't pass. I'll still respect your pronouns, whatever. That's person to
Yeah.
person, though, and you really can't police other people's language. But that's another topic. But the thing is, if you don't pass, you probably shouldn't be going into the bathroom that you don't look like you belong in because you're going to make people uncomfortable, right? And
Right.
then people are like, oh, but what if she gets her ass beat in the men's bathroom? Well, maybe use the bathroom before you leave. Use the bathroom at home.
Hmm.
Maybe go
Hmm.
to family restroom. Like there's
Yeah.
always, without making somebody else uncomfortable, there are
Mhm.
solutions.
Well, without infringing upon somebody else's rights, because I feel
Right.
like biological women have the right to be in a bathroom with other biological women, and they don't have to
Right.
be in those spaces
And
with
feel safe.
biological men and feel safe. I mean,
Hmm.
come on. Thank you, David Portillo Davila, for the super chat. Pretty and financial privilege runs the world. It does. This whole white
That's
privilege,
facts.
don't get me started on that shit. This whole white privilege shit that y'all like to talk about and this white supremacy, I'm not here for it. The only type of privilege that actually matters in the real world is your financial privilege first and your pretty privilege second. Everything else is
Okay.
made up, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the victimhood Olympics. But
It
and that's
is.
exactly it too. Is like I always say once we start with the trans shit with the people in the bathrooms, it's going to lead to. And how many people, how many news stories have we heard of? I did a whole live on it. There's been like 8 within the past few years where people have been, females have been raped in the bathrooms by men who go in there and they're like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm trans. They're not even trans. They're just sick individuals, maybe autogynephiles. Maybe they're just pedos and sick in the head. But it's not that trans people are automatically that. It's that a predator will use any reason to victimize someone. And if that's a convenient excuse, they will use it to be able to find their
Absolutely.
victim.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
Exactly what Kate
And
said.
that's a
If
fact.
if a predatory man wants to enter the bathroom, nothing is stopping him. Trans women using the bathroom is a non-issue. That part.
That, that,
That.
big fact. Where'd that other mod go?
Um Pixie says, "Thank you for the super chat by the way, Pixie. I love you so much. Thank you for your benevolence. Country fell to shit when fathers became bad. Well, that's a problem. It's a problem.
That part. That part. All the parts.
Yeah, so I
Unisex
really hate
bathroom
I hate
company.
that I am frequently labeled as a transphobe, and I hate that because I've never said anything hateful about the trans community at all. Not even a little bit.
Right.
You know, I believe in bodily autonomy. I have no issue with anyone above the age of 18 chopping their dicks off. I have no, well, it's a little
Right.
weird. It's a little weird, but I have no problem.
Hmm?
I'm weird too. You know, not that weird,
Right.
but I'm weird too. I have no problem with people doing that. Adults, changing their bodies and modifying them and these cosmetic procedures, whatever. But
Right.
it's
Leave the
harmful to
kids alone.
children. It's harmful. It's harmful for
Yeah.
children. And you don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to have an MD to fucking say that.
Right. Right. And now people want to act like, oh, it takes, I already showed you the stats. Remember, I sent you all that
You
information because
did.
people are
You
like, oh,
did.
it's not that many people.
It's a
No,
crazy
it's
video you
thousands,
sent me. That was
tens
crazy.
of thousands. Like, it's absolutely insane that they're still denying it when their own sources are outing them, right? And
Yeah.
it's really crazy, but it's like, here's my problem. Are we not going to talk about the fact that it's like second to abortion, the quickest way to get rid of our youth? Like population control, call it a conspiracy, call it whatever. Because now we know for sure that transitioning these folks is actually making their self deletion ideation
Hmm.
increase, not decrease, right? They're never going to have feeling in their genitals. They're never going to have children. They get older, they grow out of it. Like, you know, are we going to talk about the fact that we're killing our youth in 2 different ways now? Like, I guess people aren't
Right.
ready to talk about that.
Yeah.
How?
Um.
How is it harmful, Kate?
Yeah. I mean, please explain, Kate. Because listen, I, I don't want to be harmful to
No,
people.
Kate,
Um.
you're lying.
What increases because people are intolerant? And I
Self
love you, kid.
harm, right? We love
Oh,
you.
self harm.
Um,
No, 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 no. Okay, let me take this one, babe. Because this is common sense.
mhm,
I haven't read the reports, but this is fucking common sense. You want to know why self harm increases after these cosmetic surgeries are performed? You know why? Because the
um,
dysphoria intensifies. Why does it intensify? Because even after you've taken the ultimate end all be all step, to become
you're
what you
still not
want to
that.
become, you're still not that. So that's
Right.
why the dysphoria increases exponentially. This is not rocket science, guys. Again,
And then,
you don't have to read
right,
the studies to know this. You're still
right.
not the thing that you want to be, even after you take the final step. This is supposed to be the final step. So imagine being the person who's sick in the head, who's saying, okay, I just spent all this money. I just went through all this trauma with medical visits. I have compassion for these people. Okay. I just went
Yeah.
through all this bullshit to achieve what you bitches told me would make me happy. You
And I'm
told
still
me
not happy.
this.
Yeah.
You promised me that this would be the end all be all. And all I have is a lifetime of medical issues, financial issues because of the lies you sold to me, and I'm still not a woman.
Right. And yes, Kate, to answer your question, I did not ask them, but several of the big places that do sex changes in the US did
God.
ask them. It was a several years long study, and the Atlantic just broke the story after the people who did the study tried to hide it and sweep it under the rug. The Atlantic, which is a liberal organization who's tired of the bullshit, actually broke the story that now we know statistically it increases after any type of hormone, which really leads down the path to the other things anyway. We know it increases. It's a fact. And
As
now you have
David
someone who's
Portilla says.
medicalized.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
dysphoria
forever
increases when
medicalized
changes increase.
hormone. Right,
Um
right.
the
And you're
chopping
infertile.
part instead of just referring to it as surgery. Listen, I'm not gonna play your what do you call that? That political game
Semantics.
about semantics and language. If you have a problem with quite literally the facts and my tone, listen, don't address my tone, address my argument. Address the
Right.
actual
But we
argument.
can't. This is why I was arguing with somebody in the comments just the other day. Like, oh, but your source. Oh, but the way you said it. Like, okay, the way I said the facts that you don't like. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it's the facts. Dispute me with evidence, but you can't because I'm right. And just because a truth is uncomfortable
It's uncomfortable.
or nasty does not mean
It's
it's not the
uncomfortable.
truth. And it doesn't mean we don't need to face it, because I actually am somebody, I believe Cho is as well, who would like to see more unity, would like to see us find more middle ground, right? But in order to do that, we have to start with a base of facts, of truth. Kate,
I-
words are not violence. Language is not violence. Grow up.
and to be honest with you,
Full
Kay,
stop.
I appreciate you attempting to coddle these people, but the fact is that these
But
surgeries
that's a
are
problem.
brutal. They're brutal. And so when I use the word chopping, you're right. It is intentional because these are brutal surgeries. These are brutal surgeries being done unnecessarily so for the majority. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I do want to convey a sense of brutality.
Yeah,
You
just like
know,
with abortion. Abortion, for me, that's not Cho's opinion. We differ on that. That's fine. But for me, I talk about it like it's a senseless crime because it's how I feel about it.
yeah,
And I want to get the
yeah,
message across.
mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. And no, it's not that we're trying to demean people. It's just the fact
No,
that we're speaking in truth. Neither of us are hateful people. We both have plenty
no.
of, well, maybe you more than me, trans friends. We have several trans friends. It's not that we have any hate or vitriol toward these people. If anything, our hearts feel for them because they have also been manipulated. But
Hmm.
what we don't need to do is like, oh, you poor thing. They've had that their whole life, and look where it's gotten them so far.
Pixie made a really interesting comment that girl, stop.
I know. I really can't with
I
this
can't.
case.
I can't. Um, so Pixie made a comment that's interesting that I want to talk about now that we're talking about the trans situation. He says, "Ain't there a bunch of people who regretted going through with surgery and became some viral thing of people wishing they didn't?" Kate.
D trans. D trans. Buck
Don't
Angel
drag me in.
interviews one every week,
Yeah, every week he's interviewing someone every fucking week.
literally.
Pixie's totally right. And the most horrific part about this is that even though these people have been sold what I am assuming is a lie, a fantasy, something that has not worked out for them, they're also
Right.
being suppressed in society because
Oh yeah.
they don't want you to know about these detransitioners. They don't want you to know
No.
because
They're
again,
automatically turfs and terrible
exactly,
people. Yeah. Hmm.
it's crazy. It's really crazy. But there's a lot of detransitioners out
No,
there.
no, it's not. No, it's not, Kaba. That is literally a lie. D-trans is not a small portion of the community. No, it's not.
The
It's
lies.
not. Because you got to think, first of all, D-trans can be anything from you went and you got hormones once and never did it again, right? To you got a sex change and you tried to get a sex change again.
Hmm.
D-trans encompasses all of that. Buck Angel has someone on his channel almost every single week talking about their story. It's not a small portion. You can continue to push that lie, but it's not helping anyone, including them. But it is a lie. It
Well, I
is.
am trans. I'm a trans man. So I used to. I still have a vagina. Yeah, but I'm a man. I think my transition looks
Mhm.
wonderfully beautiful.
Eating, left no crumbs.
So Kate, so
Oh, here we go. Here we
you're
go.
arguing something we're
Get
not
ready.
arguing.
Get ready. I'd rather
Right.
have a live daughter than a dead son. Get over yourself. You are
Right.
so played out.
Right.
So played out. I
The
cannot.
Atlantic, the Atlantic, which is a liberal publication, has confirmed that is false.
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 More of your
Completely
lies are
false.
coming to the surface. Like,
Completely false.
if we could start from a place of truth, if you could say to me, you know what, this is a mental illness, because it is, this is probably a way to treat it. Maybe, might work out, might not, but if you're an adult, go right ahead. I'd be down for that. But also, here's the intended consequences. Great, great for you if you're an adult, Kate. I mean, I don't know. Good for you. You know who else is getting sterilized? All the fucking trans kids that they're putting on hormones and giving
And
sex
that's the
changes to because
thing.
they'll never have children.
Right, Kate. No one here is arguing. At least I don't want to speak for Leah, but I assume that we're not arguing that adults should not have the
Oh
option to
no.
transition. That's not the
Go right
issue.
ahead.
We can criticize and give constructive criticism about the value of these procedures and surgeries, but I have 100% is I'm for bodily autonomy across the board. So I think that adults should be able to make these decisions on their own. Where I draw the line
Right.
is with children.
Right.
Period.
Same. Same. I don't believe that we should. There's a whole moral equivalence and et cetera, et cetera. For the most part, I'm libertarian. I believe do whatever you want. The kids, too far. It's never okay. If you're under 18, the answer's no. The answer's no. Period. Too fucking bad. That's my view on it. And also, Kate, that World Health Organization is shit to start with. And the particular article that you're referencing was debunked 2 years ago. So I need you to catch up with the research if you're going to come and
Kate,
argue on the
they've
internet.
been chopping breast off from teenage girls. Stop.
Yes,
Stop with this
girl.
whole
Look, here's the
stop.
thing. Do you care if I take this one? Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
take it.
I just had this argument. I had this argument with somebody in the Discord the other day and in chat on here on Friday, right? So what did I do? I went and I AI'd a couple answers that had wonderful sources. You could click the link, go to each source, don't even start on the AI shit. Anyway, so I used this, right? And we saw six different sources that show it's almost 100,000 surgeries from 2022 to 2023 under 18, over 60,000 mastectomies in 2023. 60,000 and like
Crazy.
5,000, I think, bottom surgeries of any kind, right? So thousands, it's thousands. It's not none, it's not a few, it's thousands. That's just a fact. And
Disgusting.
that's really underreported. Here's the thing that's underreported because
Hmm.
insurance does not here in the US pay for a lot of those surgeries, right?
Right. They
So a
pay
lot
out
of
of
people
pocket.
private
Hmm.
pay. So those are severely underreported numbers because insurance companies have to report. Well, you know what? By that logic, should we have no laws at all? Because what other people do is none of my business. If
Well,
you were
other
being
children is
assaulted on
our
a
business.
train, that's right, because that's our future. If you were getting assaulted on a train, Would you want somebody to stand up and help you, or just watch it happen? Because it's none of their business, right? Your body's none of their business, bro. Do you see where your logic falls apart?
It's terrible. By the way, everyone, join the Discord channel. The Discord link is linked in the comment, the pinned comment below if you're on mobile, above if you're on PC. We would love to continue the discussion over there. If you have resources and links and studies and all this shit, post them in the Discord channel. I'd love to read them and to further discuss our differences.
There you go again. Do you just need attention today, Kate? Nobody acted like it was the same. I'm giving you an equivalence, right? Not an equivalent. A simile, a metaphor, if you will, something that's similar to show you that your point is ridiculous, right?
It's just so
Yeah.
now you're minimizing. Now she's minimizing minors getting top surgery as
No,
something that shouldn't be a concern.
no, no. And actually,
It's wild.
somehow that is less bad than being assaulted as an adult. Okay. Children being mutilated. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
wild. That's wild.
Do you not? Okay. Girl,
But we've confirmed
kids
it doesn't
do
relieve their
not
mental
even know.
stress. It doesn't relieve their
Right.
mental
We
stress.
literally just proved you wrong. We would look up the Atlantic. Okay. Yes, they are. Literally look up the Atlantic blows whistle on trans wise. Just
And these
Google it.
your people. These are your people, okay?
Yeah.
Your people blew the whistle on this shit. It's not our people. We
Literally.
don't fuck with the
Literally.
Atlantic like that. These are your people that blew the whistle on this bullshit. I,
Yep. Yeah. It is what it is. And we have to start from a place of truth. Like I said,
yeah.
if you want to honestly come and honestly talk about the numbers, right? Okay, we can do that. But when we come from a place of, okay, that's fine. And you know what?
I'm
You're
not
obviously
joining
not
your
going to have your truth.
Discord. That was a
You're,
funny
and
reply.
okay,
Sorry.
maybe, I know. Honestly, maybe one day you'll look it up and you'll learn a little something. Right now, you're so, I have to be right. Your mind is closed shut tight, right?
That's
That's all
fine.
right.
Yeah.
We're not going to get to you. That's maybe one day you will. No, I didn't call it fundamentally a crime. No, 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 no. Don't put words in my mouth. No, I didn't. I said a moral crime or ethical crime, not like a criminal crime. No, 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 like a crime against humanity, which I believe a million babies a year
Right.
dying is. It should be a fucking. Are you kidding me? Do we really want to get into abortion right now? Everybody wants to say, but the exceptions, which are less than 2% of all abortions in the world
That's true.
or in America.
That's
Pardon me, in
that part.
America.
That part is
Do we?
true.
I mean, should we talk about Planned Parenthood's founder, Margaret Sanger? Ooh, that's inconvenient
Sorted
because he was a
past. Sorted
eugenicist.
past.
Oops, she inspired Hitler, but surely she did it for good reasons, right? Like I cannot. I just cannot. Some people just
Sergeant D, that's a complicated question to answer. I'll answer. Am I conservative? People call me fascist. People call me transphobic. People call me anti-Semitic. They call me a coon. They call me all this. People think I'm very conservative. I like to describe myself as a conservative-leaning libertarian, if that makes any
okay.
sense.
Okay.
To give you a little bit of history on the presidents I voted for, this is the first time I voted for a Republican president in many, many
Ever.
elections.
Oh, okay.
Well, I voted
Okay.
Mitt Romney because I've always been a registered Republican. I've always been a registered Republican. I did vote for Obama in '08 because he's the first black man to become president, and that was so important, right? That was so important. So I voted for Obama, delusional 18-year-old. And then I voted for Mitt Romney because at that point I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm a Republican and this makes no fucking sense. And then since Mitt Romney, I have voted for libertarians ever since. Until
Right.
until
Trump.
until Trump in this last election. I didn't vote for Trump the first couple times, but I voted for him this time. So if that gives you any um reference point to my political ideations
And
or
I'm
yeah.
saying on the spectrum more toward conservative, a little bit more, only because well, I was gonna say only. I mean, you are a faithful person as well, but
Mhm.
I, because of my faith, I am more on that spectrum. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to address a comment just a minute ago, real quick. And this is the last thing about abortion. I know this is not about abortion, but I saw Miss Kate say, "Oh, well, I'm going to get sterilized because not wanting a baby isn't good enough for you people." Right? First of all, can we take a little bit of responsibility for our own sex acts? Could we do that? Could we start with that? Many women I know, even in my own personal life, anecdotally, have used abortion like birth control. That's fucking disgusting. I can
Yeah.
get behind some of the exceptions.
Yeah.
A child, incest, rape, fine. Life of the mother, always. That's never going to be illegal. But if you've had 3 or 4 or 5 abortions, you're fucking sick and you're lazy and you're
Yeah.
wrong and you're demonic. Period. End of story. I don't
I
care who you are.
I can agree with that 100%.
Right.
And
Right. It's crazy.
just to clarify my position on abortion, I think it should be legal, but I don't think a woman should ever choose to do it. That's my
And that's where I was.
that's
That's where I
that's my
was for a
opinion.
long time.
Um, and
That's where I
maybe
was for a long
we're
time.
gonna have Leah back on again to kind of like see if she can convince me to kind of move more towards her side,
Hey,
because I do think that abortion is something no woman should do. Um, I
you're
that's
not more. You
my
don't
personal
morally
opinion.
agree with it.
Morally, I
Yeah.
disagree with abortion. Full stop. Full stop.
But you believe in body autonomy, so you don't believe you should have the
Y-
right to govern other people's bodies.
yes,
That's where I was. That's where I was as
that's
well.
my position on abortion in a nutshell. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm with you.
we can devote a whole stream to that in the future, near future.
Oh yes, there's so many. There are twice as many people on the adoption waiting list, which is another thing. If we talk about abortion and bans and all this
Yeah.
other stuff, we got to talk about making adoption easier, right?
Yeah.
We can't just be
Mhm.
like, oh, no abortions are too bad, right? Like, there is definitely a lot that needs to be done around it. Um,
Mhm.
but it's definitely something. Um, there's a video. I'll have to send it to you. It's an ex-abortionist describing abortions, and they have
Yeah.
it um like a cartoon, animated. That's what I'm looking
Mhm.
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's fucking terrible. It's graphic. And
Really.
I watched that video like 2 years ago, and that was when I said for myself, like, I don't believe in this shit. Like, this is just
Mhm.
disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll have to send it to you. That's really what changed my mind. And an ex-abortionist saying, like, I used to believe this is healthcare and da 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 da.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
enough about that. I
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
Miri. I'm so sorry. A while ago, Miri said something about your stepdaughter having a surgery. Would you like to when we were talking about the trans stuff, he said his stepdaughter has had a surgery. Would you like to give us some details, Unc? I
What?
feel I don't know about that.
That's a
I don't know about
bombshell.
that. I
Please
know,
indulge
right?
us.
Yes.
If you don't mind, if you don't mind.
Of course, of course. Hey, Mixed Marshall, how are you? I am a okay. It is warm out here in this tiny barn. Oh, you people are so sweet.
And Joe says my mom had a few abortions. Dudes kept leaving. She said, I don't want to drag your mom, but like Leah was saying, we have to take a modicum of accountability for our choices. And picking a partner is one of the single most important things you can do in life, because picking the right
Agreed.
partner can make you super successful. Picking the wrong partner can make you miserable. And so some of it is our poor judgment and who we choose to like open our legs up to. Not to be graphic, but you can't just open your legs up to anybody, right? Because there are
Right.
consequences, right? There are consequences to opening your legs up. I don't want to give you a biology 101 lesson right now, but there are consequences when you open your legs out, and I don't think we acknowledge that portion of it enough. Um,
Right.
because you continuously picking multiple partners, and when you have unprotected sex, what you are literally doing is you're planning to have a child. And we've gotten away from that. We've gotten away from sex being
As
something that is to
procreation.
procreate, and it's now something purely for pleasure. And I think that because culture has done that, we have forgotten what sex is actually for. So
Right.
when you have
What it will
sex,
result in.
when you have sex and it's unprotected, you are quite literally attempting to create a child. So it always shocks me when You find out that you're pregnant, and you're like, "Oh my god, how could I? How'd this happen? Oh
How
my
did this
god,
happen?
we're pregnant." It's like, but you were riding it like a stallion, you were a cowboy all
Dipping
of a
it
sudden,
low. Hmm.
dipping it low and spreading it wide.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You were.
And so we've got
Now
to
I'm gonna
get
need you to
back to
spread it wide for
acknowledging.
a baby.
Yeah. We got to get back to the basics and knowing what sex is for and living in reality. And I think being a little bit more careful about who you are having sex with, in my
And see, and
opinion.
that's another thing, like just from a health standpoint, right? And like, STDs and all this other crazy shit, but
What's a
like
whole other thing? Yeah.
morally, like if you have good morals, if you were to have, say, a nation founded on godly principles, those types of things are not regular occurrences because you have the morals to say, I'm not going to do that, right? And the taxpayers paid for it.
Every time.
Oh,
And I'm a slut shamer. I'm a proud slut shamer. Proud slut shamer. Not and but actually it's not even from your perspective, the moral perspective. The reason I'm a slut shamer is because being a whore is actually not good for your own personal incentives. You just don't
right,
know it. It's because you have low impulse control. But being a whore and being a slut is not good for your physical health. It's not good for your mental health. And it's not good for your spiritual health either. So when you think about it, indulging in that behavior is not going to help you to achieve what you want to achieve. So I'm slut
right,
shaming because I love you and I want you to achieve a good monogamous partnership with someone that you can spend the rest of your life with. I want that for you. So that's why I'm slut shaming. I want you to have a healthy body that's not ridden with gonorrhea. So that's why I'm slut
right,
shaming you because I don't want that for you. I'm
right.
saying this out of love. I'm saying this out of love. I promise you.
And we
I
know,
promise
we
you.
know it will make your mental health better. We know your actual health is
Yeah.
better. We know your life is going to be better. Like,
Yes.
can we just be so for real? Like, monogamy and like the monotony of monogamy, the way it seems these days anyway, is just like crazy. Can we get back to a place where we just understand that sometimes it's okay to have a single partner, even if you don't want kids, even if this, even if that? Like, do we have to like really dip it low and spread it wide for everybody in the town and then make
Right.
other people pay for your literal consequences for your actions? What
Right.
is happening?
Colba says I'm a pick me. Well, you're right. I've been chosen for 10 years. So, yeah. I've been chosen for 10 years. I got picked
I
all
like
right.
that.
I mean, what does that even mean? I'm a pick me. What does that even mean? Yeah, I've been picked. I've been picked for 10 years, a decade now. You should get chose.
Well,
Hey, are you chosen yet?
try it out. Well, Victoria, I feel like a lot of the sluts need love. So
We got an interesting
maybe that's a
comment. We got an interesting criticism that I want to highlight because we like to highlight people who criticize us because we believe in freedom of speech. So Python plays MC. Oh my God, is that game fun? By the way, everyone's telling me. My nephew has been telling me. Um, wait, MC. Is that the game that I'm talking about? Marvel something something.
comment.
Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, he says y'all are so stupid, libertarian, but telling people what they should do with their bodies. We're giving opinions, okay? You
Right.
can be
We're
libertarian
not
and give
passing laws.
opinions. No one should. There should be no law saying you can't be a slut or a whore. Also, I've told you before that I'm a conservative leaning libertarian. So that's where the conservative part of being conservative leaning comes in. So y'all think in
That's
black and white. Y'all don't nuance continues to fuck y'all up over the head. Like nuance is
right.
fucking y'all up. It's just fucking y'all up. It's crazy. But thank you for the
We're in the
comment.
gray. We're in the gray part. Did you
Yeah.
see Sandra's comment? I just want to highlight that real quick.
No, I
My
didn't.
mom was conceived by rape, had 7 children, 18 grandchildren, 20 great grandchildren. I've lost count how many great great grandchildren. I'm thankful to be here. God bless you, Sandra. Thank you for sharing that. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I've heard a few. I mean, it's not like I know 20 people who were almost, aborted or who were conceived by a horrible situation. But a
Wow.
lot of people make that argument. What if a woman is raped? Well, one of Charlie Kirk's favorite arguments against that is, hey, if I show you an ultrasound of a child conceived in rape and one that wasn't, what's the difference,
What
right?
you know?
If
Yeah.
right. If there's somebody in the crowd that was conceived by rape, could you tell me who it is? Obviously
Mhm.
not, because they're all lives. And obviously they go on to make more lives and have children and create families, and it's not that child's fault. And I'm really glad you're here as well, Sandra. Anyway,
Thank you for that, Sandra Turner. Thank you for that.
yeah, thank you for
Holy
sharing.
shit, Joe. Tell them what you know about Les Wexner. I'm not gonna go there, actually, because I actually am from New Albany, Ohio, where he lives, and I'm just not even gonna go there. To be quite frank with you, I'm trying to be living on life. I'm trying to live for a long time. I'm not trying to get Epsteined out of here. Okay, listen,
We're trying to go somewhere good.
listen, honey. I'm from New Albany, Ohio, where that motherfucker lives today. Um, I've driven past his compound in New Albany. It's crazy.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. GMA. Provide some receipts.
What did Tammy say? Who's Tammy?
No, what was it? GMA. Charlie Kirk was a racist, and you're a closed-minded
Girl.
fascist. How you like that? Oh, Muri, would you pretty please comment something again real quick, because I know you commented a few things that actually answered our question, but then we were ranting, and so I want to be able to look at the history of your messages. I see you, Michael.
Sergeant
Michael's
D
from my side of the
wants to
tracks.
know what we both believe agnostic Christian. I don't know what an agnostic Christian is. What is that?
As
Someone
in,
who
you don't
doesn't
believe
believe
in
in
a
a
biblical
God?
God,
Isn't that
but
an
you're Christian.
oxymoron? I don't know what that means. Can
Right,
you
agnostic
expand on that?
Christian.
So you're talking
Yeah,
to two dummies. You gotta explain these complex terms to us, honey. I guess
break
because
it down.
break it down.
Agnostic
Agnostic
doesn't believe in
Christian.
God. Right, but Christians believe in God. So, does an agnostic Christian believe in like Jesus but not God? And if so, I have questions. There we go. There's Miri.
She had the
Oh, no, I'm
surgery and the
Christian.
taxpayers paid for it, but that's a shame.
Okay, he
And
said a
how
couple
old was your
things.
niece? How old was her niece? His niece.
Abortion is not healthcare. Amen. I think she was a better person as a gay man.
Oh.
That
Stop.
one had me dying, Miri. That one had me dying. Oh,
So agnostics
and was
believe in
on safe
something
and work.
bigger than us, but not necessarily God. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Oh, just explain agnostics. Agnostic
I
is
know what
like
agnostic is, I guess,
Oh, okay. But you don't
but
know. Yeah, I
agnostic
think that
Christian.
I don't think he meant to put those together. I think it was a question like, are we agnostic or Christian or etc.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
I
I'm
think.
very slow, y'all. I'm very slow. I'm
I
Baptist,
know I didn't get it either. Baptist. I was raised Southern Baptist, but
so
Christian.
yeah, yeah.
We'll just leave it there.
I'm a
Yeah, that's what he
Baptist.
meant.
Sorry,
Oxygen.
Sergeant D. Sorry. Work with us. You got to talk slow with us, honey.
Thank you, DJ. You always coming in.
With the
Not
T.
surprised conservatives can't read. You're so mad, Kaba, but you're hanging out with us.
Kaba's mad as
So
fuck, y'all. Thank you for your support,
was
Kaba.
a
We appreciate you.
literally,
We
you growing
appreciate you,
us. Like, what are
honey.
you doing?
I love it,
We love the
girl.
trolls.
I got monetized from people hating on me, so I'm never gonna hate on a
You
hater.
heard
You're
me?
never gonna catch me hating on a hater on this community. That's how I make money on YouTube today. Is from haters. But okay, girl.
We love trolls.
Um,
Subscribe to my channel while you're at it. It's
while
Leah
you're at it,
Bobia, okay?
go hate on this bitch next to me. Go sub to her channel and go watch her lives and go hate on her too while you at it,
Yeah, yeah,
girl.
I would appreciate it. All the shaming is cool now. Why does Christianity have so many different branches? Because people like to exploit it and people like to soften down the Bible because we all know it's not a very soft book and somehow make money.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and his witchcraft. Yeah, I won't follow uneducated fools. Oh, 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 that was my last flying fuck. Did you see it? It's gone.
So this conversation has really been
I
really
did.
enlightening tonight. It's been so much fun.
I know. I've had a good time.
What other questions do you guys have? Oh, so we're on religion right now. Do you guys remember the Southern Baptist Church in Tongs? In Tongs?
I'm like, what?
Like speaking in tongues? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, don't don't even get me started. Them's
Do
crazy.
I have to be on desktop to join membership? Unfortunately, you do, Madison Rose. Unfortunately, and I can rant about Apple right now, but I'm not going to do that. But basically, Apple does not allow people to join membership via the mobile app, which is fucking psychotic for YouTube creators. So, unfortunately, you need to copy and paste this stream into your web browser and join the memberships from there. I know that's a lot, it's too much, it's an extra step. I get it. But that's the way you join.
Rude.
But thank you so much for even the thought of even considering joining membership. Memberships is how I can stay self-sustaining and I can pay for my expensive internet package. But by the way, I'm coming out with another Breezeline video because I have an update for you guys about Breezeline. I did that whole live stream like what 2-3 weeks ago about Breezeline and how I fucking hate them. But there's some updates. There's some updates. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
updates. But then Charlie Kirk got murdered, and that it's just been. So I have an update. Maybe next Saturday or Wednesday we'll do a Breezeline video about my internet service provider. We'll do an update video.
Both,
Um,
Samuel.
but
Somebody
yes,
asked how I
your
feel about
memberships
the
go
gays.
towards that. Um, asking about what names?
No, they asked me how I feel about the gays.
Well,
Oh, I
she
just
hates him.
hate them. I'm so
Obviously, she
hateful.
hates him.
Obviously. The LGHDTV community. No, he did. Oh my
Wait,
lord.
the LG HDTV community stuff.
Hmm.
Not the HDTV community. I'm a steal that one. I'm a steal that one Flexicano.
We already have the strong Wi-Fi password community.
Oh,
Very
I hate
strong.
him so much for that. Oh my god, that made me laugh so hard. I'm turning red.
I know, right? That was good. That was a good one.
Oh, that was
I'll
good.
try, Sandra. Me, I love Twinkies. Oh, Twinkies.
Hi, Nota Davison.
We love Dave Nader. Women
Oh
and
wait,
gays are allies.
Puppet Master says
Okay,
just turn on desktop mode on your device. I've never heard of that before. Maybe that works though. Try that. If you want to join memberships, then just turn on to desktop mode on your device. Oh,
perfect.
maybe that works. Neither of us are Catholic, Samuel Gasway.
Not Catholic.
And no,
I went to a Catholic church.
all the letters do not signify being gay. Some of us want to chop our dicks off, and
Mm,
that's not the G. It's not the G. Um,
okay. Is that a threat, Sandra? You must be a lefty. You must
what's wrong
be.
with Sandra? Isn't it racist? Oh my God! Not the cultural appropriation. Not that. Not that coming up making a resurgence. What?
I already did a whole live about white girls in braids and pissed everybody off, so.
I love a white girl in braids. I love a snow bunny in braids.
Oh. Right? Everybody wants to be like, oh, but the black community made it. We're just going to act like Scandinavians and Vikings didn't exist. Okay, cool. Like, we're just, totally different parts of the world. Like, braiding hair is something unique to the black community. Got it.
I want you to be Catholic. Okay, Samuel. Thank you for your well wishes. Um,
It's like LGBTQIA plus two something or other. I'm like,
it's too
why do we need a
much.
two? Why?
It's too
Sandra, are
much.
you a fan or a troll? I can't decide.
I don't know. Welcome, Eileen Sanchez. Robert Irwin is on Dancing with the Stars, and he is gorgeous. Oh, I know he's gorgeous. I've seen him. Steve Irwin's son is fucking hot as
Mhm.
fuck. He is, and he's just as kind as his father, just as nice and kind. Oh my
Thank you,
God,
Madison.
y'all have a good night. You're both based as always. By the way, guys, I
Yes, you
need you to
are.
go stop what you're doing right now. Even if you have to exit out of this live stream, I need you to go find Leah Bobia and subscribe to her channel. I need you to do that. I know that most of you are as fake as fuck because we only got 51 likes out of a
Fake.
200 plus viewership right now. But for the 51 people who like this stream, if you're still here, you need to go subscribe to Lita Bobia's channel, please and thank you. Thanks in advance.
Hmm. Yes, we get crazy over there.
And join the Discord channel too. We have fun there.
Yeah. Oh, we have so much fun. We get wild.
So DJ is clocking me. He's trying. DJ keeps me healthy, y'all. DJ is the mod
Thank you,
that
Dave.
is like on top of my shit 24/7. Like he
Mhm.
makes sure that I get
Mhm.
shit done. He makes sure that I am focused. He makes sure that I get my
Mhm.
beauty sleep. This beauty sleep, this
Mhm.
beauty doesn't come from nowhere. And so it's been
He
90
cares the
minutes. We
most.
have to end the stream soon, but I do want to let Leah Bobia do a little outro, tell the girls where they can find you, what you do, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh my goodness. Well, I definitely do politics. I've been doing more politics lately. I really didn't do a whole lot before. I do some conspiracy theories. I do some crafting. I do some knitting. I just got a Cricut Maker 4. I've been making some stuff with that. And weather. We can't forget weather. I used to
We
want to
love
be a
weather.
storm
We love
chaser.
weather.
I'm like, you know, a little community, a tiny, tiny weather watcher. Not, anything too crazy.
And I
It
want
is
to
mellow
also
compared
add
to
too.
Discord.
I want to add, and something that's always been very inspirational about Leah is she really draws from her personal experiences. Um, with some of the more some of the darker days of her life. And I find it to be so powerful when people can be so courageous to give their testimony only with the only goal to help someone else out there. And so I've always been very appreciative of her for telling her story and revealing some things that takes courage to, because we're all sinful people. We all make fucking mistakes. We all fall short of being a good friend to others, being a good parent, being a good husband. We all fall short. But I think that it's always a beautiful moment when you can take those negative experiences and turn it into light for someone else. And Leah, this bitch does that. So please go
I
support
try.
her and in her endeavors to share her story, because it's important.
I'm
Um,
goofy. We like to laugh.
she is goofy. Yeah, she's mostly goofy. I mean, the Walmart trips are always a fucking hoot and a half, maybe even three quarters. But there's
We go
also
to
substance
Walmart.
there too. Yeah, we love a Walmart trip. We love a dollar store trip. We love all the trips.
Yes, we do field trips.
um, but okay, guys, we're gonna end the stream unfortunately, so that I can go to sleep. I'll be
Well, thank
live
you.
again Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Maybe we'll do a breeze line update, and then maybe we'll even have Leah Bobia back next weekend sometime. We'll talk. Maybe we'll have her back sometime next weekend. Maybe she can convince me to become more pro life than I am. Um, cause I'm okay
I
being
have a
convinced.
whole
I'm okay. Listen,
presentation.
yeah, I'm okay to be converted. I'm okay changing my mind, on different topics. I'm okay. Like I'm okay. I'm okay being wrong. Listen, y'all not gonna catch me. Like I'm okay to be wrong, you know. Um so anyway, thank you so much, Leah, for joining me. This is so much fun. This is my first time doing this, and it's like it all
I
worked out.
know.
It all worked
I
out.
feel
I was
special.
I was so
Thank you for
nervous.
having me. I know. But it was fun. It was a great time.
Okay, guys.
Oh yes. Dave, would you drop my app pretty please? Because you love me so much.
Oh yeah, Lori Wagner wants Leah to drop the at. Can someone drop her at, please? At the girl. Lori
Might
needs to
text
get her a
me.
little bit more Leah Bobia. Um,
Thank you guys. Dave
or
dropped
maybe.
it a few. He dropped it up there. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, okay,
You so
okay,
great.
great. Um, okay, guys. Well, come back soon.
Good
We'll
to
be
meet you,
back, and I'll
partner.
be back on Wednesday. Talk to you guys in Discord. I like to talk to you guys and like talk shit in Discord. So we'll be in Discord for a little bit. And you guys have a
Me
good
too,
night.
too.
Okay. Bye.